Oh, hang on. My apologies. I hadn't reset the counter properly.
Oh,
Okay.
do we need to
Yep.
start again?
Yep. Okay. Here we go. Seriously this time. Sorry, everyone. 5, 4, 3. You're watching the Wormhole Extremists. My name is David. I'm with Evie
Hello.
and Nicole.
Hello, hello.
And one of my favorite openings. There's a few different openings this season of Staff Blast Fire and Running and Gunning, including
It's like
48 hours, and this is one of them.
It is a good
literally
opening.
action packed. I had a few comments I wanted to make straight off the bat. Although it's not like explicitly mentioned in this episode, the Jafar are identified by the mark of the minor Goa'uld as Tilgath. So this character later appears in the season 7 episode Evolution Part 1.
Oh wow! I never noticed the head marking in this one.
Yeah.
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 And I think we just missed Jafar number 1, played by
Boring.
Brad Kelly. So this actually marks his 6th of 12 appearances on
Wow.
Stargate.
Damn.
And he's best known for his memorable role as the free Jafar in the skirt in The Warrior later this season.
You in the skirt. Get swinging. Took me a second.
I thought you said Scourge. I'm like the Scourge season.
Skirt.
Season
Sorry.
10.
Oh, no, not that
Bad
episode.
Australian
Yeah.
accent, just dropping
No, it's
letters,
all right.
just
You,
every
in the
which
skirt.
way.
Uh-oh.
So we kind of missed it, but Walter's name tag,
Yeah, Norman Davis.
even though we established him as Walter, it still reads Norman Davis. Yeah.
This is a great
and
sci-fi
again-
idea. They come back and we have no idea who they're talking about.
Yeah,
That's true.
I do like it.
Yeah. And again, we had a bit of a wardrobe error with Hammond's badges, as we did in
jeez.
the last episode.
Yeah.
So, like I mentioned before, this episode features Dion Johnstone as Lieutenant Tyler. So this episode marks Dion's fifth episode on Stargate in his portrayal of a fifth distinct character. So making the episode's title kind of particularly fitting for him, being the fifth man. So
Yeah.
we have the pleasure of seeing him again as Shaka in 3 episodes, which is
Yes.
and John Delancey returns as Simmons in his 2nd consecutive appearance. And he will reprise this role twice more this season in Desperate Measures and 48 Hours.
A quick correction. Shaka will be played by Dion Johnstone once more, and then in season 7, he is played by Patrick Curry.
Correct. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to give a shout out to, I think his name's Peter Cufflock. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. So he actually plays a technical Sergeant Connor in this particular episode. He's just in the background, but it's his 32nd appearance on Stargate. And he's actually been a background actor since season 1. And his role is uncredited, but apparently IMDb lists him as appearing in 94 episodes of Stargate, which is
Whoa.
only 18 episodes shy of Gary Jones. So it's a lot of
Wow.
episodes.
Yeah.
And his dedication to the series is acknowledged in season 8, where his character gets a subtle promotion to Master Sergeant, which I thought was really cute.
Hey, there you go. Point him out in a little bit here.
I think he's like literally just in the background. He's,
Okay.
Yeah.
In this shot?
I'm actually not too sure, to be
Okay.
quite honest. When I watched this through, I didn't immediately pick him up. So
Dear, oh dear. I love this.
Uh-oh.
I love that he hears something's up and then he's like, right, it's foothold situation. Let's make sure that's not going on.
I thought it was interesting that like Sam's reaction was sort of unusually defiant. So we could attribute this to a few things, like it might be an after effect of the real chemical. It could stem from her personal feelings for Jack, or it might indicate that Jack's own occasional disregard for others is sort of influencing her conduct.
That's true too.
Contagious.
Or maybe from the last episode, it's continuing over. She's tired of not being believed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
that
my
actually
first
sounds
thought.
like a good rationale.
I'm not gonna lie, Jack's looking real like, mucked up, like he's covered in mud and crap, and he's looking
Yep.
fine.
I'm actually kind of I love the the scruffy Jack.
Me too.
And as audiences, we don't know if this guy's intentions are good or ill.
I think that's
for
what I
our
found
team.
about this episode
that's it.
hard when I was a kid. Was I was kind of like, what the hell? Did I miss something? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Right.
And I think that's
if
what
you're
made me
bouncing
dislike
around,
it.
you can easily think that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was bouncing around, silly child. Didn't know better. So I want. Oh no, Evie, I'll let you go first. Yours is very important.
I was going to
compared
say
what I'm
there is something interesting coming up, but you do have to have the sound on. Sorry, David.
Oh, sorry, David.
So if you listen carefully, when Jack starts joking about paperwork, you can actually hear a helicopter in the background.
Really?
Yeah, I could hear it, but I really had to listen carefully and like press the earbuds into my
I'm shoving the
ear canal.
earbuds so into my ear canal right now.
It's one of my favorite lines from the whole show. And the fact that, yeah, this guy's probably not a bad guy if he's acknowledging this.
I think I heard a smidge of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aww.
So my silly point I was gonna make was Nicole likes her freaky looking aliens. This is one where I sit in a weird, questionable middle place because I'm kind of into it, but he's kind of too skinny and skeletal. But like, I'm kind of into the like hair thing. So
the tentacle hair thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna deliberate at the end and see how I'm feeling. So
that's funny.
It's been a while since I've watched it.
Oh.
What I would like to have seen is this episode done completely from SG1's perspective on, or from O'Neill's perspective on the planet. And then we get near the end, find out, yeah, this guy that we've been training, that we've been assuming as an audience, they've been training, is an alien. It's like, what?
Yeah, that would have been a better way.
That
would have
been,
take a little bit more of a Michael Kenmore approach to the episode.
Oh,
or at
Michael
least for
Kenmore.
like half the episode. So
my favorite frosted tip man.
Jeez.
Very curious to like see your list of frosted tip men.
Oh gosh.
It's just him. But it's him in Stargate and then it's him in Star Trek. That's it.
Ah, right. Okay.
I love their scenes together. I wish we had more
These
of them.
two?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Have you seen their DVD
Yes,
intros?
they're behind the scenes. They're so cute with how they do that. Oh, they put so much work into the DVDs. Evie, we need to sort that out next time you come visit.
Yes, I would love to watch that.
Just walk past the heavily armed men. Nope, you weren't. So what's more probable? Them, everyone, or you guys?
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So whatever this is... Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. So you go, David.
Whatever this is, it's not preventing them from thinking rationally about it. They're not like, no, it's no way, not possible, never possible at all.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just going to say that they were just talking about the events of There But For the Grace of God.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of
some of my favorite
episode references in this episode.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I love that this is how far their brains are going because like nothing else makes sense logically to them.
Yes.
Like this is a big stretch.
Close up on the camera. Did you notice that?
Time for some low-key hacking.
She shouldn't be surprised. The moment that they were considered compromised, their codes would have been deactivated.
Exactly.
Well, that was very sensible.
Yes.
Don't be sassy about it, Sam.
Well, I love how she's like capable of illicitly accessing the SGC computer systems, but she like reserves those actions for just emergencies.
I don't know why like they'd leave her in there with a computer. They know how smart she is. Get that out of there. Move it to the other room.
They're loaded for bear.
Yeah.
But probably not against an entire battalion of Jaffa.
No, it's just the ones that were on the weren't they in some sort of transport that crashed?
Yeah, this is the first time I believe there's mention of the troop transport. You don't see it until later on this season.
Yeah. So
And it goes
you can
through
actually
universe.
see so you can actually see like Sam's name in the top left-hand corner. So it's like kind of funny that she's trying to be all like sneaky, but she's still logged into her own
Yeah, she hacked her own
profile.
credentials. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you think she just went in and just gave herself permission back?
right.
Like,
Well, I
That's
mean,
probably
like, I
what
guess
she
there's-
did. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess there's probably no point in hiding
No.
her like identity when there's like supporting video footage of her accessing the
Yeah.
computers.
User 4574.
she can be like, hey, yeah, I was under alien influence, it's not my fault.
Mm.
Hours.
Whose do you think?
Huh.
I love the cinematography of this episode.
I was going to say, I really
Yeah,
like
it
this.
is very
Yeah.
good.
Damn, I'm finding things to enjoy about the Fifth Man. I didn't think it was possible.
It's
it's
a
Peter
good
DeLuise, isn't it?
franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peter DeLuise? Yes, it's Peter DeLuise.
Monocular.
Is that what it's called?
Uh-huh.
Oh, because it makes sense. Mono, one. Oh, makes sense.
Correct.
Well, I never, ever realized
The
that.
things you don't know until you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
They'll come and get us.
Got to come up with another plan.
Yeah. New approach.
Damn right.
Aw.
Gosh, I wish that were true.
Yeah.
So, in a couple of seconds, we're about to see where Tyler's surname and origin came from.
This is true. I love that. Don't shoot me. I won't. It's the little
He doesn't know how
tells,
to use the
man.
gun. Look at him. He doesn't know how to use it. Like,
Yeah, he
won't
just
because
puts it
doesn't
to
know
one
how.
side. See,
Tyler,
Tyler, Texas,
Texas.
USA.
Yeah, that's very cool.
There is, I think, a Tyler, Texas. Yes, city in Texas. Population 110,000 people as of 2022.
Oh.
Yeah, it's no small place.
I'm really like dialed in because this is just like, it's very rare that we get to an episode of Stargate that I haven't seen 20,000 times.
Yeah, well, there is some good action sequences in this episode.
Yeah.
Should it be SG1er?
SG9er.
What does Niner mean in this
Yeah,
context?
what does it mean?
I think
I'm
it
wondering.
might be like the head of the unit.
Oh, good point. SG Commander. All right.
Because he says it a bunch of times in different episodes.
Yeah. He mentioned Colonel Tyler. He mentioned Lieutenant Tyler.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hmm. Ugh. So when I see him, I just want to go, here he comes to wreck the day. Liar.
Mighty Mouse.
He is the security problem.
Yeah. I love Don S. Davis's like really stern look, and he's like tucked his lip in.
Mm-hmm.
You can just see how like he's just barely containing his anger.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You think this guy has connections to Kenzie?
Oh yeah, of course.
I've always assumed somewhere. We don't want your help, you handsome man.
Bring Major Davis. Major Davis is always more regional. It would have been
Yeah.
interesting to have
Yes.
Davis be in those situations where sometimes he showed up from the Pentagon as a friend and sometimes as a combatant. You know,
Oh, I liked
never
how
really
he was
know.
always pretty neutral.
He was fairly neutral, but there were episodes like him and Daniel are in contention in 48 Hours. So
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, I miss Davis, but we do see him, don't we?
yep, fictional characters. He's not wrong.
No, he's not. This is great.
Mm.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
I do remember, like, this is very cool. I like the way that, like, Dr. Fraser starts to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite.
Well, she
like,
kind of has
things I remember.
some vague theories, but
Mm.
I mean, touching this with her bare hands kind of unlocks the whole thing.
Yeah, but it passes through plastic. So he like sprays them.
From where?
Yeah, I don't
That's
want to
a
know.
great
I just
question.
literally just thought of that.
She remembers him.
Uh-oh.
Love it.
We got problems.
So this is actually a recording from Entity.
I was gonna say it looks like Entity.
Mm.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's Entity's briefing.
And the year is missing.
Just
Yeah,
love the way
they've
Daniel
cha- I think
said
they've
that. It's like,
changed
could we
it.
get a briefing? It's like, yeah.
We have
Like Michael
issues.
Shanks was really done with this show at this
Aw.
point, so he just all the sass is coming out.
It
Yep.
really is.
Okay, this was an unnecessary
Oh,
low
boy.
blow.
Yeah, I know. So this is obviously a reference to the curse.
Ooh.
Rude.
Yeah.
Just like, how is this relevant?
They would be scrutinized constantly.
Well, that's it.
A ghoul taking your ex-girlfriend, like,
Yep.
what, bruh, like, can we chill?
Yep. Your entire life is our
Attorney.
business. Last episode it was Sam. This episode is all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couple of different friends in the military. If they tell them to relocate to another location, they have to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had many friends in the military because they come in and out of the airbase that's near me.
Mhm.
So they'd be deployed here for a few years, might maybe extend it by a couple of years, and then they'd be gone.
Americans?
And, they've all,
Wow.
yeah, all of them.
Okay.
They come and go a lot. Like my neighbors are
Mm.
American, and they're not going to be here very long because
Yeah.
they're military. So
Well, at least you know they won't party too hard.
no, but it does make me sad because
Of
it's like
course,
trying to build
it's
a
a
friendship
rolling-
with someone
right,
who's going to
it's-
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Uh-oh.
hard.
I believe you.
Yeah. Can you describe him for me? Uh-oh.
Yep. Yep.
It'd be really messed up if the reverse was happening, and for some reason they were trying to like wipe Lieutenant Tyler from like the face of the earth.
Who is this
Yeah.
guy? You know?
Yeah, it'd be really scary if he was actually a real member of the SGC that they just wiped.
Yeah, that's true.
One of my favorite little conspiracy theory memes is, when you have deja vu, it could be an alien wiping your mind so that you don't remember encountering it in your house.
Oh, wow. I've never thought of it like that, but that's kind of cool and also
Right?
kind of scary.
Right, exactly.
So it looks like Janet is bending the rules a bit to
Yep.
dig up some proof and validate her friend's memories of Tyler. So
Yeah.
it's probably less about being swayed by Sam because they're buddies and more that she's like also caught up in the same weird situation now.
Yeah. Well, also she's like the medical doctor, the expert, and if anything's gonna get solved and sorted out, it's gonna be her that does it.
Yeah.
Any interference from like anyone else is just gonna slow everything down.
Mm. Good. Hammond calling in a whole heap of
Mhm.
favors. I don't think he actually verbally says who he thinks the connection is with Simmons. He just says he
Yeah.
has a pretty good idea, I think
Well,
is his
NID
wording.
is a big operation. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suspect that this is the soundstage. Because
Yeah,
they
that makes
didn't
sense.
generally record at night. They kept everyone on the 9 to 5 as best as they could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Except
I
for the
heard
last
that.
episode they filmed at night
Yep.
when they raided Sam's house.
Yeah, there's a few times where definitely that happens. He asks like a question.
Yeah.
That is solving a mystery from the first season. Is it nice?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because he says in the pilot Chicago, but then he's always talking about Minnesota as Rick would.
Ah.
And so born in Chicago, raised in Minnesota because Teal'c asked
Yeah.
him, "Where are you from?"
I like that.
Yeah. You know what the Gould want from us? Minnesota. I think that's in this episode. He can't get enough.
This cute bonding is really nice.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, he knows from experience. They're not going to lose
Mm.
interest.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I just revealed too much.
Yep.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. We're the way we are, so here we are.
We're pains in their
Aw.
backsides.
I love how he's speaking so plainly, but it does reveal a lot at the same
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
Do Riol even sleep?
That's a great question. I'm sad we didn't see them like more. They were quite cool, but big CGI. Mm.
But we didn't.
Yeah. So it's another episode nod to enemies.
I like seeing this and not like just seeing constant flashbacks. Like we've been there.
Agreed.
Talking
Yeah.
about it works.
I love that. I love that. And the side eye.
He's smirking a little
Yep.
bit with that side eye as well. He could snap you in
Oh,
half, mate.
He does the best side eye.
One of my
He
favorite
really
lines. Teal'c changes sides more often than I change the oil in my car.
Yes, yeah, yep.
Whoosh.
So we're about
Great
to see
shot.
some reused footage from the original.
Ah,
movie.
the original. Yeah, there it
Absolutely.
is.
Coming back
Love when they do
around.
that.
Yeah, it's the cannon.
The glider be gliding. Yeah, like this is not going to cause any attention whatsoever.
No. This is
Yeah, that's from the movie.
Yep.
yeah. Dear oh dear.
So, a precise shot from a grenade launcher is capable of bringing down a death glider. This is actually reminiscent of the event in Children of the Gods, where Kowalski managed to take down a glider with a surface-to-air missile.
Yep.
Yep. Jacob said in his culture he'd be well within his rights to dismember Simmons.
Yes,
That's it.
exactly.
Great quote. I love the Jack sticking with him. This is like one of the rare times that this guy's getting help as people are getting help.
Oh, for sure.
Exactly.
Well, that's who they
He's
are.
That's
feeling
why he
bad.
warms to him. Yeah, that's
Ooh.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So they're about to reference in the line of duty, entity, and ascension back to back.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
There's your line,
There it
David.
I love when they start dissecting the characters, though. It's very interesting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it's not a clip show.
No.
No, I think it's well done.
Yes. Yeah, it's not looking good.
No, it's not. But Sam doesn't budge.
Nope.
No.
Doesn't budge an inch.
And he's not wrong.
I know who you are.
Yep.
That's what they're always doing. They're always waiting, lurking. for
Waiting in the
SGC to
shadows.
screw up.
Just
or
ready to
something.
pounce.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
On
got
Sam's
served.
terms. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So she's won. She's won that round.
Sam just Simmons-sized him. That was a very obscure reference to Red versus Blue in the early 2000s that only one person in this chat will get.
I am aware of Red versus Blue.
Yeah, prefer to get Simmons-sized.
Uh-oh.
Or was that a hiccup?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. My first hiccups on this show. I never get hiccups.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is going to be
We'll
fun.
have to try and scare you.
Yeah.
Like, now!
Try
Okay.
and drink a glass of
I'm
water
going to go
from the other
mute
side.
until I need to speak.
Okay, Evie, let's go. Oh. Okay, so I don't like... Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try and ignore it. I'm not a big fan of like, gun toting and explosives, but like, when Richard
I love a
Nansen's
good
handling
explosion.
it, I am all into it. I'm like, yes, please.
So I think we're about to hear the attack siren. So like the Goa'uld aren't exactly the masters of subtlety
No,
with that
absolutely
bugle
not.
blast
And when that goes off,
imminent
horn, yep.
arrival.
Classic.
Okay, so keep an eye out for there's a little funny slip up with Frasier. So pay attention to what she's doing with her arms. She crosses them, but if you look in the computer monitor's reflection, it shows her with her hands down by her
Oh, dear.
side.
Brilliant. Jean Diada said, David, eat a teaspoon of sugar.
I don't have a teaspoon of sugar.
He doesn't
Just
have
drink a
teaspoon
glass of
sugar,
water
Gene.
from
I
the
know
other
it goes
side,
down in
like,
the most
drink it
delightful
upside
way, but
down.
come on.
Trying really hard not to laugh.
So
I
the
can hear it.
the MRI scan used as an example by Frasier is also a bit of a goof. So typically MRI scans can't really pick up on chemicals in the brain. They're more about spotting structural issues. So
Ooh.
maybe the SGC has some like fancy MRI tech that we don't have, but it doesn't exist in the real world. So
Well, that
plus
stands
the
to
dark
reason.
spot on her scan would probably mean some more serious brain damage that would actually alter her behavior. So
I've been trying hard not to laugh that whole time Evie was talking.
Nicole, I'm doing the best I can.
I know.
just a
I can
bodily
see-
function.
Ow! A very irritating one.
Yeah.
The great thing is I can tell that David's trying to politely respond and have conversation as quickly as possible before the next hiccup hits him. And it's brilliant. I respect it. Yeah, they can go back. We can't trust her. Shut up, Simmons. You get those beautiful lips out of here. Honestly.
Get your beautiful lips out of here.
I want to see him do like a makeup lip kit ad.
And that will be the
Yeah.
shot of Donna Davis in the opening credits scenes. I think
Oh,
season
yes.
7.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
yes. His very stern, disappointed look at Frasier.
Anytime you randomly laugh and you don't understand why, it's because David's hiccuped off on mute, just so that everyone knows.
All right, the fifth man in David's hiccups. So this is one of the cooler shots of the show, in my opinion.
Oh, it's one of my favorite shots. It always sticks
Yeah.
in my mind, even though I
Rainmaker
don't really like
did
this episode.
this alien race. They usually didn't do creatures very often, and this is one of theirs. These two shots. There's one of him in close up, and there's one of him running later.
Oh, the one of him running later.
So I was
Blew me away.
gonna ask you guys, like, could it be that the Jafar actually saw Tyler in his true alien form as it's depicted here? Because like there is a few theories that we could consider. Like maybe Tyler didn't get the opportunity to use his chemical on the Jafar, or perhaps the Goa'uld who have been studying the Riol figured out a way to counteract its effects. Or what if the symbiotes inside the Jafar can actually neutralize the chemical after a while? Even though Tilk, who also has a symbiote, was under the influence of the chemical for a few hours. So yeah, what do you guys think?
I think if the Jaffa stay away from him, the Jaffa
Yeah.
will see his natural form.
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
assume that they're probably wondering why on earth this guy SG1 is bunking down with this, weird looking white dude. So
Yeah.
by the from the CGI shot of him, it looked more like his dreads were like dreads, not tentacles.
Yeah.
I'm a little less into
Are you
him now.
disappointed?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
That's funny.
I've got it. Look. It's my bit, guys, and it's so true. So I need to like follow through till the end of the show. I can't wait to get to the Wraith. Whew.
Oh man, that's a
Oh,
ways
God.
off.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are spicy.
So there's two kind of like goofs back to back, but one of them is more obvious than the other. So the first one is apparently Jack runs out of ammo. So if you take a closer look, you can tell that Jack's weapon still has ammo in the magazine. That's already attached to his weapon. And the second one is keep an eye on the way that the Jafar fall after they're hit with the staff blast from Tilk in the back. So logically, you'd expect him to be propelled forward, but instead they fall backwards. And it happens twice back to back, like a few seconds apart.
Wow.
Oh dear. Oh, goofs. Goofgate.
Goofgate.
Goofgate. Oh dear. Nice. Spicy. Oh god, that's
Ooh,
quite
stabby.
scary. That was a scary angle.
Oh,
Yeah, Tyler, good job. Jean Diarra just said poor Nicole, she hasn't had a good fish person in a while. No, Baldur's Gate gave
that's
me a bit of a
true.
reprieve. I managed to get some fishy type guys there. That's as close as I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
get
he
for a
was just
while.
hit from behind and fell backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he went like, yeah, we're
Just
like
in the
and same
nick
with
of
this
time.
guy. Yeah.
Maybe it saves them having to like spend money on the makeup of showing the staff blast in the back.
Maybe.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
we're good. We
now.
covered that.
Yeah.
The shot of him running, I'm so excited to see it, is actually so good.
So I was just like momentarily mesmerized by IDA's stubble.
Yeah, right. It's pretty. I bet that wouldn't be fun to kiss though, like lots of little knives.
I don't mind a bit of stubble.
I'm either like you go full stubble where it's like grows to the point that it's beyond stabbing, or no stubble at all. There's no in
Okay.
between.
Like tentacles is where it's at.
100%. Like what you said, the scenes of stepping over the dead Jafar was what prompted the line in Wormhole Extreme.
Yeah, I was going to
Peter
bring that up
Dinwiddie is
later.
caught hell for the
Yeah.
department.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll bring it up again later as well.
The audience is going to know they're there. Beautiful moss.
Mm.
Yes.
I really like moss.
In Britain, do you call it lichen as well?
No,
Oh,
it's moss.
We
okay.
just call it moss as well.
And what is lichen?
I don't know. Sorry, fellow British people, do we call it lichen? Because I've never heard that. But is it because I watch too much American television?
So
and
Bill
stuff?
Bryson, he moved to Britain and then came back calling it, you can lie down and be as the lichen. And I was like, what is that? And it's like, that's the only other
No.
place he's been, so. They appear to be amassing a few troops.
They do.
Robin just said lichen as a werewolf. That's what I was thinking.
Well, yeah, lycanthrope, but
Yeah.
that's not the only one, I think.
Oh yeah, the powder that comes off of Tyler is the same stuff they're going to use for the drug.
The
in
chemical,
Summit.
yeah.
Yes,
when
exactly.
Mitchell uses it on the tan. Yeah,
Yes.
Anthony just brought it up, and I completely forgot that was it.
Yeah, I was going to mention it, but I forgot. So it's featured 2 additional times in the series. First in Summit and later in Company of Thieves in season 10.
That's correct. And we actually see it from their perspective in Company of Thieves.
Yeah.
From Natan.
That's
It's one
too
of the
much.
best
Too much
alien names.
yeah.
Lockwood said a lichen is a type of mossy plant that railroad modelers used for trees.
Thank you.
Oh.
Anthony said moss is thick and grows on the ground. Lichen grows on trees, he believes.
Oh, there you
And
go.
Gate Scabber Linda said lichen is not moss. It is a hard, scaly plant that grows in similar places to moss.
So I was in
Okay.
the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were making sense.
This marks the debut of Tilk's staff cannon, which reappears in 48 hours. So additionally, an alternate version of Tilk is also seen wielding the same weapon in Ripple Effect. And in
Correct.
the concept art, it's referred to
yes.
as the Great Big Honkin' Gun.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go be heroic now.
Oh, I can't wait to see him running. I always hope he made it.
We're going to go run in our alien form.
He's just so skinny. It's just like, I don't know how to feel.
Yes, good.
Yeah. We'll make you wait.
So, this particular conversation
Damn.
between Hammond and Simmons is actually kind of similar to the interaction between Jack and Mayborn in Touchstone.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
if you recall, Mayborn hinted at the possibility of reclaiming the second Stargate under a new presidential administration. He says something like, orders change, paperwork gets lost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was it paperwork gets lost or things like assets get lost?
I honestly didn't rewatch it, so I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy is like running like the front line of the planet. Of course his connections are going to go higher.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up an upcoming goof now because you have to be you have to keep your eyes peeled, but it's definitely there. I've watched it.
Okay.
So when the Jafar are pursuing Tyler, keep your eye on the very first Jafar because his staff weapon is clearly made of rubber as it bends quite significantly as the actor runs with it. But it's while Jack is looking through his
Monocular.
So you've monocular. So you've got to keep a really close eye on it. It's coming up in a sec.
Anthony said Vala has a big honking gun and continuum at the beginning as well, doesn't she? Yes, to hide her pregnancy.
In Continuum, that is the BFG.
Oh no, that is the other one. Yes, that
Okay,
is
watch
that
this
is the other
guy.
one. That's the Nakwita
Can you
one.
see it
isn't it?
Oh
bending?
yeah.
Oh my
absolutely.
god, yeah.
Mm.
You're right, it's the Nakwita one, it's not the Jafar one. Damn, they got so many big honking guns in Stargate.
They really do.
Love it. Yeah, but then Tyler's gonna get like dissected by Jafar, and that's really
He's
sad.
been heroic, now we be heroic. That's the way this goes.
Oh, look at him
There's
go.
his
He's so
little skinny
scrawny.
legs.
I love
Well, there
this
is
shot of
three
him running.
shots. Okay.
Look how cool he looks.
He does kind of blend in with the sticky plant things there.
Honestly, the budget that must have been required for this.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm not gonna lie, I've forgotten the entire last few minutes of this episode, so this is great for me.
It's mainly just, I could describe it in one word: carnage.
Mm.
So I'm quite amazed that the great big honkin' gun doesn't
so
kick
hot.
back when it's fired. So
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
it's pretty unexpected due to its
that
size.
strong. He's just
So
that strong.
The handles on it like kind of indicate that it was designed to come off the glider and be used as a handheld gun if needed. And Tilk has gone and added a very stylish shoulder strap so he can lug it around with a bit more ease.
Yeah.
He just had a whole pack of shoulder straps and his.
And he was just ready.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
that's a
shoulder
good
straps he
shot
prepared
there.
earlier.
Nice flaming ball of fire.
So yeah, I was going to mention, which has already been discussed in the chat. So there was supposed to be a scene where Jack walks over a bunch of Jafar bodies on his way back to the Stargate, but they decided to scrap it because it didn't really fit with the more upbeat ending that they were intending. So even without this scene, Peter DeLuise has mentioned that this episode still tops the charts with the most on-screen deaths in the whole series, and then they do that sort of parody of the scene in Wormhole Extreme. And DeLuise has actually remarked that Jack seems to be competing with the Terminator as they kill everybody twice. And Joe Malozzi also recalled the significant challenge the editing team faced in trying to work around all the Jafar bodies.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think Brad Wright characterized this episode as well as a shoot 'em up, I think was his phrase. But he said that it was designed to highlight Jack's capabilities in like a military context, where he stood out as a formidable one-man force. And he said that RDA relished these types of action-packed scenarios and consistently, delivered these kinds of exceptional performances.
Absolutely.
Aww.
Cute. Oh, he's
Go
so
fishing
cute.
with
Absolutely.
with Tyler.
I'm not gonna lie, his
the
personality
Asgard, because
makes him
he promises to take them fishing too.
They're so scrawny. They could all hang out. Oh, they'd be perfect for each other. Oh my god.
Oh my god! So I was reading I was reading the review on Gateworld for this episode, and Deborah Kraft basically opened her review by saying that this episode was season 5's first disappointment.
Wow.
And her main criticism centered on the implausibility of a chemical camouflage system implanted 3 weeks prior to give them like memories. It's implanted into their systems, giving them 3 weeks worth of memories. And she questioned how Tyler, an alien, came to understand military ranks well enough to identify himself as a lieutenant, a rank that would be conveniently like an excuse if he makes any mistakes because he's, inexperienced. But this point of contention was part of her critique on the episode's credibility, despite recognizing RDA's solid portrayal of duty and Tyler's character depth. So she also appreciated the moment